Well, I was contemplating whether to make a video about this tonight, but we have to talk about this coastal low that looks rather suspicious on the satellite. I put up a short and I thought that would be enough, but there's actually a lot of stuff that we got to talk about with this thing because this definitely looks like a pretty impressive convection blow up here, and actually kind of almost looks like a tropical system a little bit. There's no alert from the Hurricane Center at all on this. You can see I've got the GLM flash intensity on now, so you can see there's a lot of lightning with this. Um, Look at that, blue at times. So I mean, that's a lot of lightning right in this little area right here out over the ocean. So that's a lot of lightning. All right, it's kind of dying off now, but it's definitely over some warm water, and it seems like it gained some tropical characteristics, and just really unusual looking. And again, if we look at this again, look at how unusual looking. It looks like a freaking triangle. It's really weird, to say the least. There's no alert for this from the National Hurricane Center on this, but we do have a rip current statement and a small craft advisory. I see some possible gale warnings possibly as well from this storm. So that's this is for Wednesday from this storm. So this storm, and I was at Jones Beach today, the last day of bus service, and I wanted to walk down to the west end, and yeah, the ocean was a little bit. We had the waves kind of coming in at an angle a little bit there with that easterly flow, and water was beautiful, but we did have flooding again. So if we did have, when I was walking, I went all the way to the west end and walked back on the beach, and you could see here there was flooding here and this was, and then as I got further down, we started dealing with a cliff here, actual beach erosion. It's pretty substantial beach erosion as I made my way back east again toward the West Bathhouse. So yeah, there's going to be some beach erosion from this for sure. So we're seeing some waves out there already from this thing. So, and we're already seeing some pretty decent winds too. The buoy 16 temperature, the air temperature 69. You can see you got that easterly flow. We got that high to the north, that low to the south, and that's creating this pressure gradient. And that's what we have. It looks like a small craft advisory will be in effect from 2 a.m. Tuesday to 6 a.m. Wednesday. And then I think after that, they may need to have a gale warning for some of the offshore waters here. I wish I could get some wave heights, but they never list them here. Unfortunately, never do. Let's get a little closer to the storm here. And you can see, look at that. This buoy here is reporting a wind sustained at 29 with a gust to 40. Of course, this does not show the water temperatures, or it does show the water temperature. She's 71, which isn't terrible. But there's some pretty strong wind gusts throughout the day into the mid-40s. So, unfortunately, this does not show the wave heights, which is a little bit of a discouragement here. I wish some of them did, but none of them are really showing any of the wave heights. But I'm sure that they're gonna get a little more impressive as time goes on. I wish we had some wave height information here from some of these buoys. I don't want to make this a long video because I'm tired. It was a long walk. If you've been to the West End, you know it's a long walk. Let's go to Marine. Let's do the summary here. Let's see what we've got here. But this is our area, so these are the wave heights in our area. Not really what I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for down there. But I'm sure that they are. Or we can actually go down here and go to the office here and see what we've got. And you can see there's a lot of high surf advisories, and we got to go to the. I guess that's still Philadelphia. I want to go further south than that. Wakefield. So let's see if we got some marine. Set marine here, and we'll see what we got here as far as observations go. See if I can find some observations. It's really annoying, They really should have more buoys and observations. Let's see what we got here. Do they have a summary? I'm so tired. Let's see what we got here. Do they have a summary? There's no summary here at all. We have this. Let's see if we can find something closer here. Wave height was 12.5 feet. That's substantial. So yeah, 13-foot waves, possibly 15-foot waves offshore. Um, Definitely showing some tropical characteristics, and Hurricane Center just doesn't seem to be anywhere to be found. At least it looks like that to me on this satellite, and it's just some tropical characteristics that we're going to have to obviously watch out for. I'm not going over the weather today. I mean, it was a warm day today. We had a very to show you the high temperatures today. The ice lift got up to 82. 82, 7 degrees above normal. Low is 63. We had an east wind. Despite that, it's amazing how warm it got even with an east wind. But on the South Shore, it was definitely cooler. But if you looked at some of these observations, if you look at islip here, you see the day that we had. And again, you can see here, we were up there quite a bit there, 80, and then it was up to the 80s until the afternoon when the winds went from east to southeast, and then it started dropping a little bit. But I'm not really going to focus too much on that. I'm more focused on the storm. So let's get back to this. We're going to look at the European here and show you what's going to be happening. And that storm, it kind of does is very unusual, but see that high in the north, kind of goes inland a little bit. So because of that, I don't think we're going to have to worry about any tropical conditions, but we are going to have to be concerned with rain for Wednesday, and then Thursday it should eventually get out of here. We'll look at, we have all the models now to look at, so let's go and look at the, I'm tired, so we're just going to show you this. So here's that's the HRRR. You can see it kind of tightens it up a little bit before bringing it inland. Tomorrow should be mostly dry. They can't rule out a possible sprinkle toward evening. And then you can see as we get into Wednesday, we start seeing that shower activity over us. And there could be drizzle in between. So according to at least this model, Wednesday it looks like kind of at least it's kind of pumped up the rainfall amounts a little bit closer to a half an inch. This is the HRRR, so it's trending a little bit wetter. We had before. This is the European, and see, similar to the HRRR here, and even has some even heavier amounts over the Jersey Shore. There could be a thunderstorm or two, perhaps. And then let's go to the NAM next. The NAM has been the drier model of all of them, and the NAM thinks that at least let's take a look at the latest run and see if it's finally gotten on board with getting some rainfall in. Not really. It just keeps it to the south, and we don't get anything. So I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. I really doubt it, personally. And then the HDRPS, I don't think we have the latest in. That definitely looks like we would see trying to get some rain in on Wednesday. I hope that this is the only really decent opportunity we have for some rainfall. So hopefully we can get a half an inch out of it. I hope it just doesn't turn out to a day where it's just sucky drizzle all day and we wind up getting like a tenth of an inch, because that would really suck. Hopefully that's not what happens here. So we'll have to see, and I'll have another video on this tomorrow night, but I figured I would make a video about this again. Rather unusual looking system offshore. Let's go to the radar for a moment. Just take a look at this unusual. So this is what the radar looks like. You can see they even have high surf advisories, gale warnings in effect. This is an interesting little low with some tropical characteristics, I think. Not really showing too much on the radar right there. You can see some activity over Delmarva, but other than that, tomorrow will be dry for the most part, and then we'll see tomorrow night. We'll have a better idea of what's going to be happening. It's very tricky. It really is. So anyway, good night.